And the fact that an upstanding and righteous gentleman like yourself is in that position with the only thing trying to be righteous in our lane is just more machinations of the devil. You should have a much better backstory when you pick me as an opponent.
You know what, man? I'm glad you at least, addressed it, because
when you talk to him and tell him what the truth is, he won't be able to refute it. I told you earlier, he doesn't know this. How could he know?
Has a new target in his sights. NFL legend Shannon Sharpe. A brand new lawsuit was just filed in Nevada claiming Sharpe was manipulative and eventually a Jane Doe, with the latest claims allegedly happening as recently as January. We got our hands on the filing and we're going to break down everything.
To make them feel better about themselves when they come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. I do. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get your old up there that can love you old. You trying to hang out with these young and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. Dang. When they want you to go for the 4th round, you looking at her. Listen, I need you want some money to go to stuff?
Y'all, things just got real messy. Katt Williams just doubled down on the essay accusations against Shannon Sharpe, and the internet is absolutely losing it. Shannon's been fighting for his reputation these last few days. But Katt's comments? Yeah, they're about to crank the heat up even more. A few days ago, Shannon got slapped with a lawsuit by a woman claiming he allegedly assaulted her and got physical during their relationship. And honestly, it's starting to feel like the beginning of Shannon's full-blown collapse. Even though Shannon's been trying to beat the lawsuit, things aren't exactly swinging in his favor. Plus, Katt Williams is out here throwing gas on the fire, acting like he's been warning us about Shannon all along. And from the way Katt's talking, it sounds like he's ready to spill even more explosive tea about Shannon. And you already know it's about to get messy? So let's dive in. Now listen, Katt Williams is clearly living for Shannon Sharpe's legal troubles, and he's not even pretending otherwise. There's been talk for a while now that Katt and Shannon had beef, especially after that legendary interview on Club Shay Shay, and now it's basically confirmed, which is wild, right? Because their interview smashed records as the most watched video podcast on YouTube. You'd think they'd be cool after that success, but nope. And that's exactly why Katt seems to be enjoying watching Shannon's downfall. Word on the street is that Katt's been telling folks Shannon always gave him a weird vibe, even back when they first linked up on Club Shay Shay. Basically, Katt thinks these allegations might actually have some truth behind them, which, if you know the details, is insane. So what exactly are these allegations, and what's Katt picking up on? The lawsuit comes from a woman named Gabriela Zuniga, who says she was 19 when she started messing with Shannon in 2023, and Shannon would have been 54 at the time. Yeah, you heard that right? Not a good look at all. I mean, Shannon's youngest kid is around 29 or 30, meaning Gabriela's barely a decade older than his kids. Sure, it's technically legal, but come on, that's some major grooming energy. But it gets worse. Gabriela's lawsuit, which she originally filed as Jane Doe to stay anonymous, accuses Shannon of all kinds of wild stuff. She says he manipulated and controlled her and allegedly assaulted her from behind twice. Once in October 2024 and again in January 2025. Completely ignoring her cries to stop, she also claimed Shannon threatened her, physically hurt her, and even threatened to unalive her when she tried sharing her location with friends. It gets even messier. She says he secretly recorded some of their intimate moments without her consent and allegedly shared those videos with friends. It's wild. Now, Shannon wasn't about to let his name get dragged like that without firing back. His lawyer released a statement, and y'all, they went in. They dropped transcripts of some text messages Gabriela allegedly sent him. And trust me, they're graphic. We're talking stuff like, I want you to put a dog collar on my neck and choke me while you're effing me. I know you miss this big, juicy ass. $25K for each cheek, but only if you put that baby gravy in me. Yeah, I warned you. And it gets even weirder. She said, I want to put my tongue in your a-hole and marry you. That's my daddy. And the whole put a big black baby in me thing? Yeah, she said that too. Multiple times. Not even going to unpack that because, yikes. Anyway, Shannon's team claims all of this proves it was a consensual adult relationship involving role-playing, dirty talk, and fantasy scenarios, all requested by Gabriella. Shannon's statement also points out that the video Gabriella recorded secretly was heavily edited and taken out of context to make it look like something it wasn't. They're accusing Gabriella and her lawyer, Tony Busby, of straight-up blackmail, saying this whole lawsuit is just a shakedown for millions of dollars. Shannon fully denies any assault or coercion and says he's ready to fight this to the very end, trusting the legal system to clear his name. He even posted a video himself, calling out Tony Busby, yes, the same lawyer who went after Jay-Z, accusing him of trying to leak audio clips edited to make Shannon look guilty, and apparently, Gabriella and Busby are demanding $50 million, $50 million. This drama is far from over, y'all.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about, and I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
At this point, Tony Busby finally clapped back, claiming that Shannon had offered Gabriella $10 million during mediation to stop her from filing the lawsuit. He wrote, "Back in early February, our office contacted Mr. Sharpe's team on behalf of Jane Doe to discuss a meeting. Multiple conversations took place, and eventually a mediation occurred. Mr. Sharpe was represented by different lawyers during this process, which lasted over 6 weeks. Ultimately, Mr. Sharpe made a very significant offer to settle. However, Doe refused the hefty sum and instead chose to file her lawsuit." Busby also addressed the text messages Shannon's team had released, claiming they were all sent before the alleged incidents. He said, "Every text released today, allegedly from Jane Doe, is dated prior to the brutal events described in her case." These texts were clearly shared to distract the public from the serious allegations. But it won't work, and Busby wasn't done yet. He released an audio clip where Shannon could be heard threatening to choke Gabriella. "I feel like if I say anything, you'll just get mad and hang up. I'm not going to hang up on you. It is what it is. Gabby, you want to be a dick to me now. Don't manipulate me. Come on now. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the fuck out of you when I see you. I don't want to be choked. You don't have a choice in the matter." In another clip, Shannon made a disturbing comment about choking her in public. "Big black guy chokes small white woman. Not a good look." After releasing the audio, Tony Busby wrote, "The contents of this clip are not playful. They are disturbing and dangerous." He argued that the audio painted a clear picture of why Jane Doe fled Nevada and cut all contact with Shannon. Busby also doubled down, stating, "On one hand, Shannon Sharpe and his lawyers claim the lawsuit has no merit, yet they offered Jane Doe $10 million to not file it. That offer is a fact, and Jane Doe rejected it, choosing instead to pursue justice." Busby also accused Shannon's team of trying to discredit and dox Jane Doe, but emphasized, "Miss Doe isn't afraid of the truth, she relies on it. We'll present the evidence in court, where truth matters more than desperate public spin." Of course, Shannon's lawyer wasn't about to let that go. He fired back, accusing Gabriella of being greedy. According to him, Shannon is about to sign a $100 million media deal for his Club Shay Shay podcast after his contract with Colin Cowherd's Volume Network expired, and Gabriella allegedly saw dollar signs. The lawyer stated, "Gabriella knew about the upcoming deal and took advantage. In my opinion, this is the classic definition of blackmail." He also exposed Gabriella as an OnlyFans creator, claiming she engages in role-playing and virtual fantasies for money. She even tried to charge Mr. Sharpe money. Busby responded swiftly, "Mr. Sharpe's aggressive tactics will backfire. Miss Doe isn't backing down, the truth will come out in court. At this point, fans are completely split. On one hand, people are skeptical because Tony Busby doesn't exactly have a spotless record with these kinds of cases. He was the same lawyer who previously sued Jay-Z, alleging misconduct with a minor back in 2000, a case that was later dropped and dismissed. Jay-Z even countersued Busby for defamation and extortion. Given Busby's history, some are wondering if extortion might be his side hustle. But on the other hand, others believe Shannon's known freaky-deaky bedroom tendencies could mean there's more to the story, even though being freaky and being predatory are two very different things. Meanwhile, guess who's allegedly enjoying Shannon's downfall? Katt Williams. There have been rumors for a while that Katt and Shannon weren't exactly on good terms, and it all traces back to Katt's viral Club Shay Shay interview. After that interview, Katt found himself in hot water with a lot of black entertainers because he spilled a lot of tea, unfiltered and uncut. While fans laughed it up online, entertainers dragged both Katt and Shannon for stirring up drama. Dave Chappelle even called them out, saying, "Katt is one of the best painters in the game, so why draw ugly pictures of your own people? Hurt people. But I never did, even when I was hurt." Dave also criticized Katt for throwing black men under the bus while letting white entertainers off easy. At first, the backlash targeted Katt alone, but after Monique's messy Club Shay Shay interview, people started side-eyeing Shannon too, realizing he was the common thread between all this drama. When the heat turned up, Shannon distanced himself from Katt, portraying himself as just the interviewer, claiming he didn't pressure Katt to say anything. Behind the scenes, though, Shannon reportedly vented about how Katt's interview derailed his podcast's reputation, making it harder to book big-name guests. He blamed Katt for the circus the show had briefly become. Shannon also suggested Katt might not have been telling the truth during the interview, which only deepened the rift between them. Even though Club Shay Shay survived the fallout and stayed popular, things have been tense ever since. And if there's one thing we know about Katt Williams, it's that he never forgets. So now, with Shannon Sharpe facing serious allegations, Katt isn't exactly shedding tears. In fact, some say he's sitting back, very entertained. Katt might just be thinking, "You've got to tell them no, Shannon. You've got to tell them no." But what do you think about all this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out the next video.